When you have a team that is young, with young players coming off your bench, and your starting lineup is not real experienced, your margin for error is very slim. And Callista Walters getting in foul trouble. Yassine picked up 2 in the first half, forcing us to go deeper into our bench. Danielle had 2 in the first half. It was, I felt like we were right there, but without Callista on the floor, I've never been a part of a game like this where one player just could not keep herself on the floor. And it was just a disappointing afternoon because Callista had gotten off to a great start, and she's a big part of what we do, not only as a scorer but as a facilitator, a playmaker, rebounder. And so she was missed in the afternoon, but give Tanaya Page credit. She put Penn State on her back and made play after play, shot clock winding down, and really was the difference in the game. And Danielle and Garvin and Kawhi Bradley, I thought, had very good performances. 2 players that for us had been struggling a little bit scoring the basketball. I thought they had good performances, and Danielle with a double-double. I mean, it's something that we've needed from her and have asked her to step up, is rebounding the basketball. But this was a missed opportunity for us, because I thought if we had played well, in my mind, I thought if we had gotten to 60 scoring the basketball, that we could win the basketball game. And it looks like we would have won by 1. But we had open shots, and we just didn't hit them. I mean, I thought we got a lot of good looks, and unfortunately, they didn't fall today.
What do you tell Callista when she's struggling when it comes to foul trouble, but she is like having a hot hand scoring the basketball? What do you try to tell her to keep her mentally in check?
Today I really didn't want to draw too much attention to anything, and just I said to her at one time, I said it to Yassine, because Yassine had 2 fouls, and we need to keep them on the floor. And Yassine obviously was able to keep herself on the floor. And Callista, to me, didn't do anything differently than I had seen from her. It's trying to get around a post player that she's getting called, trying to get around on a post player, and then she's called for an offensive foul when she's just trying to pin. So those are plays that I've seen her make every single day, and it's just the way the game was called. And unfortunately, I said, when you have young players that have to come off the bench, and then it forces us to play a little smaller sometimes. But we just didn't hit shots. I mean, the bottom line is, we got so many open looks, and we just didn't. We weren't able to penetrate, to create, and that's where Yassine is best, when she's scoring, attacking the basket. I thought they did a good job of taking away driving lanes, but we had good ball reversal, making the extra pass, finding players, and I thought when we were aggressive offensively in the second half, we were able to make plays. But Callista's our only low block scorer, so right now when you're looking at that, you're settling for perimeter jump shots or 10 to 15 feet.
You guys obviously started the game really strong with a 10-1 lead, and then Tanaya kind of went on a shooting spree. How hard is it to contain players like that on the floor?
I thought there were so many times that we were right there with her. And, the one thing I told our players after watching every single one of their games this week, since we had an entire week to prepare, between Amari Carter and Tanaya Page, is you won't block their shot because they are so explosive off the dribble, off of an on-ball screen, just off of the dribble. They do a great job of elevating. I mean, they shoot a jumper off of the dribble, and we just need to make sure that we stay in plays, we box out, we challenge with a hand high. And I thought we contained Amari Carter for the most part today. I just didn't expect Tanaya Page to hit those shots. I mean, she had a hand in her face a lot of times, and she was able to knock them down. And that's a player that is in the zone, and we did everything we could to try to try to key on her when we were in our matchup. We tried to key on her in a 2-3 zone, and she's a great player. And with her back healthy, Penn State's a much different team.
Was there anything different defensively that you saw today in comparison to what you saw on film from Penn State to hold you from scoring that 60 that you wanted, or did you just equate that to missing the shot?
Not one thing. They play a 1-2-2 defense, and they play a 2-3 zone. They play man-to-man very, very little. A couple times that they did go man-to-man, I thought we scored against them. They went out of bounds with 6 seconds on the shot clock. We were able to get to the rim. I did not see the 1-2-2 press as much as I had seen it over the course of the games that I had watched. But no, we didn't see anything differently. And we worked again. We had practice guys here earlier in the week, and we had an entire week to practice against it. And obviously you'll have turnovers, you'll miss shots, but I mean, I thought we ball reversal was key, but penetration, either dribble penetration, penetrating passes, getting to the high post. And I thought once Callista Walters was out of the game, we just didn't have that inside presence, and that's when because Danielle Garvin for us is a face-up 4. And, Jayla is improving each and every day. She's working hard, and she's getting better and better, but she's just not ready for that load as an inside player.
Danielle, a double-double today. When you go out and have a performance like that, but you don't get the final result as a team, what are you telling yourself to prepare for the next game?
Basically, just have the same expectation every game. Come out hard. Doesn't matter who we're playing. Just at the end of the day, all you want to do is get a win. Doesn't matter.
And then Kawhi, you had a pretty decent day shooting from beyond the arc, 40%, 4 of 10. Were you feeling good pregame about your shot, or was there just any kind of momentum that you were feeling going in about your shot today?
Well, yes, I was pretty confident because Coach has been having me shoot the whole week, getting up shots, getting up 3s and 2s and stuff like that, just being consistent in muscle memory. But without my teammates being able to get the ball to me and things like that, I wouldn't be able to do that.
You only had 1 bench point today. Do you feel like a lot of pressure as some of the starters to try and overproduce, and do you feel like maybe sometimes you can get a little caught up in your head when the team overall is struggling a little bit?
I wouldn't say that there's pressure on us to do well, because as a team we expect everybody to just be ready to go at all times. But I mean, with 1 bench point, I guess it would have been good if we were to have everybody ready to go, but it is what it is.
There were some, I don't want to say questionable, kind of ticky-tacky calls out there. Did y'all feel that the game was refereed decently, or did you get a little frustrated at some point in time with some of the travel calls or some of the foul calls out there?
I mean, that's not much we could do about that, but as a player, we just got to continue to play through it.